भद्रं कर्णैभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागं सस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. Let us pray together. We offer our salutations to the all-loving being who endows all beings with consciousness. We meditate on the Lord, who is the origin of the universe. Lord, Thou abidest in all, Thou art all, Thou assumest all forms, Thou art the origin and goal of all, Thou art the self of all, Thou art existence, knowledge and bliss. Salutations unto Thee. May the world be peaceful, may the wicked become gentle, may all creatures think of mutual welfare. May their minds be occupied with what is spiritual and abiding. May our hearts be immersed in selfless love for the Lord. Peace, peace, peace be unto all. Let us feel the deepest core of our being. Which is beyond all changes. And yet all changes are because of it. In that core, we are beyond time, space, and causation. We are actually that. Let us disengage ourselves from all other temporary identifications. Like I am somebody's child, somebody's spouse, somebody's friend. This is my age, this is my height, this is my weight. This is my place of residence. All these are changing temporary things. They are not our true identities. this core of being, the center of consciousness, is our true identity. And in that whole existence becomes one without a second. In that I am bliss itself, life itself. I am love itself. I am peace itself. Om. Peace, peace, peace. Obviously, you know where the title for today's talk is taken from, the famous song at the Disney, that it is shown in that accompanying movie that all different forms they come on a platform together, and then they sing, people from different countries, having different racial background, and of different colors, different size, different shape, different voices, but they all sing together that it's a small world after all. It's a small world that if you abstract all the differences, then it is reduced to just something one without second, something very abstract, something under this superficial observance. It is here that the question of small or big meets the true answer, because otherwise it is all very relative. Whether thing is small or big depends on with what you are comparing. So the biggest thing that is thought of in the external world, that is called observable universe. Observable means we cannot guarantee that there is nothing apart from that, but whatever there can be beyond that, it won't be observable for us because of certain laws of physics. So the size of that is quite formidable. It is 62 billion light years. So don't think that we will be able to reach there with our fastest available vehicle. So that is the size of the universe. Big. How small is it? Again, the question is of observability. By our measurement, our tools and all, we can measure up to the size of an atom. And the smallest of the atoms in size is helium atom. Helium atom is the smallest one. So it is, if you break the atom, it becomes unobservable. This at electron or this particular fundamental particle, all that becomes very wavy, and so you cannot really measure how long it is, how broad it is, how thick it is. That becomes non-measurable. So, therefore, this is the smallest thing, and then that is the largest thing. Now, suppose, if a creature, just imagine, is inside an atom, say atom of helium. It is inside that helium atom. Now, for that creature, that atom is the universe. It is the biggest thing available. So it is, and the smallest will be, the further that fundamental particle, electron or whatever, that would be the smallest thing. So it is all just relative, how small, how big. So when we say it's the universe, it is small after all. There is a specific underlying or somewhat subtle meaning to it. This phrase, that world, I should have given a little different title, but I was charmed by this song. Instead of world, let us put it universe. That how small the universe is. It's after all a small universe. Now, because we interact only with people in the world, but in a futuristic society, just as now, say people from China, we meet here, and then, oh, you are from China. Oh, my aunt also used to live there. It's a small world after all. We will be saying similar things for somebody coming from Jupiter. Oh, okay, yes, one of my friends, he migrated to Jupiter many years ago. Do you know him? Oh, yes, he is my neighbor. We'll say, oh, it's a small world after all. But their world will not mean just Earth, but universe. So it is that world is used in the sense of universe. It is a small universe. How small. So, there is a very nice story told by Sri Ramakrishna that the Divine Mother Parvati is shown to have two children. One is Ganesha, the elder one, who is considered very intelligent, has great understanding of things, and other, the younger one, his name was Kartikeya, very enthusiastic, jumpy, like children are, running about and so forth. So this Mother Parvati, she showed a very nice necklace to the two children. Hey, see, this is the priciest necklace in the world, and I would like to give it to one of you. I don't have two, so I have to give only to one of you. And whom shall I be able to give? Whom shall I give? And the one who completes the circumambulation of the universe first. So first who comes after circumambulating the universe back here, I will give that necklace to that one of you, the one who does that. And then Kartikeya immediately took off. In our mythology, it is shown that the vehicle of Kartikeya is a fast-flying peacock, and the vehicle of Ganesha is a mouse. So Kartikeya naturally thought that this fat pot-bellied Ganesha and that little mouse that he is riding on will not be able to match the tremendous speed and range of my peacock. So I will certainly come completing the circumambulation of the universe first, and then this priceless necklace will be mine. And he went, completed that circumambulation, and then when he comes back, he was flabbergasted that this Ganesha already had that necklace. What happened? How did you complete the circumambulation of the universe? I can't believe that. And Ganesha nodded, yes, showed him the necklace. I completed. Asked Mother Parvati, did he? Mother also said, yes. What did this Ganesha do? He circumambulated Parvati. Inside her is the whole universe. And so circumambulating Parvati, he circumambulated the whole universe. And the Kartikeya, even after flying all over everywhere, here and there, he could not come in time enough. He could not return back early enough. He might not have even traveled to all the nooks and corners of the universe. So, anyway, what is the secret of it? Whole universe is in Mother Parvati, the Divine Mother, the power of the whole universe. So, here we have to understand the wonderful imagery that what is Parvati? What is the idea behind Parvati? She is the power of the universe. Power in the universe, what does it mean is that it is, if you abstract names and forms, then you see the one without second reality. Now just try, shut your eyes, and then you can't distinguish anything on the basis of eyes. You must still be distinguishing with the tool of sound and touch and smell and so forth. But suppose like eyes, all these sense organs are shut. Now, it is all one without second. There are no two. Everything is merged in that profound oneness. All shapes have merged in it. Like all waves, they are merged in the ocean. Okay, then what? How this one starts appearing as many? And this question gets asked in the whole universe. How this one without second becomes many. In Christianity, this question is answered by that in the beginning was the Word. The Word was with God. And from that everything that was made was made. It is, means in that Word, in the beginning, it was that Word alone, without any further specifications. It was all merged in that oneness. Then we always ask the question, why, how, when? All our questions in the world of human inquiries are like this, these three. Who? By whom? When? How? And so forth. these questions come up. Why is another expression of it. Why? So, how this one without second, how that manifests as this multifarious universe of infinitely many shapes, forms, colors, names. What makes it manifest like that? So that power is called Prakriti or Parvati or Maya. It is the power. It is inseparable from that oneness. The oneness is called Brahman. And then this is called the Shakti or the power, because some power has to be there for that one to appear as many. Okay, if you need an explanation, it is not an explanation, but just another word is being added, that it is power. It is a very special, inexplicable power. And there is no when, how, why to it other than that. It is just like this. It is like this. It is a statement of fact. Swami Vivekananda delivered many lectures on this Jnana Yoga, the yoga of knowledge, where you discern, go deep into things and find out the nature of the things. So it is there, this is answered that this is Maya, but there is a note to it that Maya is not a theory. What is a theory? Where you try to give an explanation based on certain understanding, certain facts. You give the explanation that why recently was an article on CNN that there is why the crabs are vanishing. A lot of millions of crabs, they just didn't come up this time. So why? And then an answer is provided, studying the phenomena around, that it is global warming. Because of global warming, the temperatures rose there, and that made those crabs vanish. They could not withstand that high temperature. So now this is a theory. Theory means not that everything is foolproof and verified, but a way of understanding that satisfies our spirit of inquiry. It is therefore those things are called theories. Theories that provide a possible explanation, plausible explanation, for something that logic can be provided for that this is how it happened, and thus it is called a theory. Like Darwin's theory of evolution of species. It's a theory, but it's a scientific theory that based on certain observations, the observations gave you the dots, and then you drew a line connecting the dots. That line is called theory, where you connect the dots. So now, is Maya such an explanation? Is it a theory? No. Swami Vivekananda repeats this sentence again and again, that Maya is not a theory. It is not an explanation. It is a statement of facts. This statement of facts, the facts are contradictory, but they are matter of experience. They are facts of experience. Therefore, we cannot reject those. We cannot fight with facts. These are the facts. Whether you can explain those or not, you may not be able to explain them, but that doesn't reduce the value of those facts. They are facts. That's it. So, this is a fact that the reality is one without second. And yet, that very reality appears in all these infinitely many, continuously changing illusory forms. That is how they things are. This is called Maya, or the word that is used in the tantras or in the various bhakti schools is that it is Shakti. It is the power of manifestation. And why, how? Well, do not ask that, because all those questions, I would suggest people to read that beautiful lecture of Vivekananda completely. It comes in Jnana Yoga. It is, the name of the chapter is Absolute and Manifestation. So, all the questions of how, why, when, and they are in manifestation. Because in oneness there are no questions. To ask a question, you need at least three things. The one who is questioning, there connects the things that need to be connected, and the answer that comes out. All these three things are necessary even to formulate a question, and therefore in oneness there is no question possible. And so, since you cannot ask question, you cannot answer it, obviously. So the only one answer is provided. This is all Maya, which is not an answer. But the facts are so contradictory that every small thing is big. There is this, all existence is paradoxical. Swami Vivekananda speaks of another paradox in science, that how the whole universe gets held by a small drop. It is the principle is that of that YouTube, if you have a YouTube, that it is not the YOU, it is just YouTube, that it is the two side arms and they are connected like that. It is called YouTube. Nowadays YouTube means YouTube. That is not what is meant here. And then if you add water to it in the tube, in the both arms you will see that it is at the same height. Same height, because that is how the nature of water or any liquid is. It maintains the level. Now, since it does not depend on the size of arms, suppose one side you keep on making it narrower, and other side wider and wider and wider. So, in the narrower arm you will have, say, only a few drops of water. On the other side there could be a gallon of water on the other side, but still they will maintain the level. It will appear as these few drops are balancing out this whole column. Continue further. There would be, say, tons of water in one arm, and then a small capillary-like thing where there may be just a drop of water. That one drop will be able to balance these tons. Suppose you make it so wide, the whole ocean could be put there. then still this law will hold good. And so you will have this apparent paradox that one single drop or fraction even of a drop will be balancing the whole ocean. So, this is the YouTube paradox. So, there are so many paradoxes. In fact, our whole life is caught up in these contradictions. You go to get happiness and you get misery. Isn't it the common experience that you go to catch happiness and you land yourself in bondage and misery? Contradiction. If you go to catch happiness, you should be getting happiness. It is reverse. It is like that. Everything in this world is like that, fraught into these things. So this is the fact. Similarly is this contradiction of how small it is. We have an idea of being small and big, and it is the description is it is taking our standards as the center. The observable universe depends on where you are. That becomes your observable universe. So, if somebody is, say, on sun, imagine, then that person's observable universe will be a ball, a spherical ball of that size around that person. If already somebody is, say, those what I described, 62 billion light years away, there also that person will be in that globe that will have that similar radius. So this is how it depends on us, means it is it is centric to human awareness. And small is also like that. To what extent we can observe. So that becomes the smallest for us. So what is the smallest thing? The smallest thing is you have to go a little deeper. That is why I told that story of Ganesha circumambulating Parvati. The whole universe is contained in that mother of the universe, the Parvati. Although we give a figure that she looks like this and so forth, it is the awareness of Shakti. In that Shakti, everything is there. It is the smallest thing, and so it is contained in yourself. The whole universe is contained in yourself. If you go further, that very lecture of Vivekananda speaks about the creation of time and space. The idea how small depends on our understanding of space, time first. What is the space? When you say small, you have an idea of space. That it is, oh, this hall is big. You have a comparison, say, earlier the chapel that we had was smaller than this. So, compared to that, this is big. But then, if you go to, say, a big amphitheater, these halls, Brown University has some hall that can seat about 1,000 people. So compared to that, this is a very, very small one. So small, big, there is a comparison. But when you see that all this idea of small is in you, it is in space. It is matter of space, how much space there is. So first, therefore, we get an idea of space. It is actually a program. It is a program in our mind. There is actually, before that, without that program, there is no space and time. It is a software that is loaded on human brain that provides you the understanding of space and time. So, that program contains everything. So, in that program, everything being contained, and where is that program? In our mind. So, it is in us, the whole universe. Everything is so small. It is in the program that we generate. It is in us. It dissolves there. And therefore, we see when that program is kept in abeyance, like when the switch is turned off for these lights, the lights will turn off. It is similarly when we turn off that brain machine, it is held in abeyance. The time space doesn't function. We all go to that state every day. At least we should for quite a few hours every day. If those who cannot get it a few hours of sleep every day, they take therefore pills for that. So it is one should go in that state of deep sleep where you are not aware of any space, time, causation, nothing that you are aware about. So when therefore that program is shut, then there is no space and no time either. Before Einstein's that idea of merging time and space into not two separate things but time-space continuum, you find this idea in Vedanta very clear that time and space are together always. That it is, sometimes I say that, look, you measure the idea of time in terms of space. If you have a clock, then the hour hand moved from here to here, then you say you measure the time. Now it is 1 hour. So it is actually you are measuring the space, but call it measuring the time. Even with the digital clock like one right in front of me, there is the change in the space that is being measured, and we call it the time. So it is, the time is measured in space, and space is measured in terms of time, like light years. Light years is not the unit of time, it is not measuring the year, but it is the measurement of distance. So it is, so space is measured by using time, and time is measured by using space, because both are really speaking and not separate from each other. And that whole space-time program is in mind. And this mind is what? It is an expression of the all-pervading divine. It's this subtle thought process of it becomes mind. So that mind has the space and time involved. So howsoever big it may be, it is very small, because it is inside the mind. Howsoever small it is, you can say it is as small as the whole universe, because the size doesn't make any sense there. It is part of that program. It is a space-time program that gives this funny illusion that there is this time, this time. There is Sri Ramakrishna has this conversation once, that therefore he says that, look, one of the devotees there Ram. He says that, look, all the universe, whole universe is in the consciousness of a devotee. A devotee's consciousness has, see, the feet of Vishnu, Lord, is there. And it is the universe gets merged in that, springs from that and merges back in that, and the devotee has it there. If we find it that analogy difficult, Sri Ramakrishna also speaks about it in Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna in a slightly different way. That look, whole universe is in God, and that God is in the heart of the devotee. So, how big is the universe? It is as big or as small as the heart of a devotee. Heart, of course, doesn't mean a physical heart, but the center of consciousness that we were meditating upon in the beginning. That center of consciousness is the whole universe is contained in that center of consciousness. So, the idea is to feel this truth, that whole universe is here, and that is why we feel joy when we see this closeness, because this center of consciousness is the source of all joy. The more we come in touch with it, the more joy we can experience in our life. That is the only way we can become really happy in this world, to feel that oneness. So the more we feel that oneness, that it is all universe, all different manifestations, they are just coming right from my heart, my center of consciousness, that is manifesting all these. And thus all that is in me. Say, how greatly happy we will be. We will not then feel perturbed, because all that is in me. There will be sometimes the temperatures will go very high. Okay, that is, the sensation is in me. My mind has programmed it like that. It is. So I don't think like that. One of these wonderful Swamis that I used to take lessons from, that day it was very, very hot. It is a very hot summer afternoon, and the place had no fans or any way to. So he laughed and he said that, oh, at least we have a roof here, you know. When I feel the heat like this, I go mentally in that condition. When we had nothing else, it was just this sandy earth there, very hot, all rocks all around, radiating that all hot air, and no roof also on our head. So I go to that state, and then I feel, oh, this is so cool here. That is by just putting the context around, changing the context around, our problems will get solved. So it is all actually that one. Very cold, okay, doesn't matter. It is cold, but then I had once stayed in much colder place, and so I mentally go there, and then I start feeling it quite warm, you see. So that is how you see you can change, because it is all in you. All it. If you read a very beautiful primary Vedanta text, it is called Vedanta Sara. In that it is given that how from this self all different elements come up through the power of this nishanas or maya. All the different, the varieties come out in their causal state, subtle state, and the gross state. How the mind gets formed through these elements. And so you know that all that is actually there in you. So you manifest it, that's all. So you now have the capability. And this is how one can actually solve so many of our psychological problems. The problems that one faces due to, say, not having congenial relationships, or feeling that how I have been treated at my job, or sometimes the expectations are not met. It is then how to now solve that. You cannot battle those things with unknown enemies, It is so what to do? Just look at the truth, you see, that's all. It is not that some kind of a so-called consolation is given. No such thing necessary. Just look at this truth, that this is all as you perceive. Change the glasses. What do you do when you say are driving, when this bright sun may be hitting your eyes? What do? Do you shut off the sun? You just put on dark glasses, that's all. You change your perception, that so that it protects you. So you have the way to do it. Okay, this is feeling a little uncomfortable. Let me change the context there, and it will start feeling comfortable. Because all the universe is in me. It is so small. It is this small world after all. Everything that we think probably is big is not big. It is in me. And anything that you feel is too small, no, you can make it big because it is in your mind to make it big or small. Like these days you do, very easy to do. If you have a picture on your phone and you want to see some details, then what you do, you on the screen, you just do like this and it expands and you can see more details there. What analysis you do like that, isn't it? Never. Hey. So you should speak truth, okay. But she spoke never in such a way that she said yes, always. So that is the beauty of our language, that when something is really good, we say bad. It was very funny to hear. I was new in this country, and then in some clergy meeting and all, I said told some joke, and one of them said, "Oh, that was bad." So I thought, what bad did I say? Then I understood by the facial expressions that it meant good. So when Anna said never means all the time. Okay. So that is, so if you feel that this is very small, you can make it big. If you feel it is too big, you can make it small. So how small is the world? As small as you want it, because it is in you and it is under our control. It is when we identify ourselves with this self, then it is under our control. Otherwise, we are in its control. So therefore, there are these two beautiful terms, Purusha and Prakriti. They are one and the same, but in the world Purusha remains unaffected completely by the changes in the Prakriti or nature or in the manifestations. Mm. The being remains unchanged completely, no change in it. Whatever may happen in the manifestations. So, the familiar example that we give, whatever may happen in the movie, a big war or a big fire or torrential rains, nothing happens to the screen. The screen remains completely untouched. So, when we identify ourselves with that core of our being, which does not change, that is what is called in Vedanta as God. That God who is in everyone, in every single entity, it is the core of it. So, when we attach ourselves to that, then the changes in the circumstances, changes in the this Prakriti, they do not affect us. Because it is in me, I can modify that as I want. So it is this modification process is available to us when we join ourselves with the center of our core, called technically as the Purusha. This Purusha, because the Prakriti is its manifestation, so it does not affect it. So it is all spiritual practices therefore are centered on taking ourselves out of the clutches of this power of manifestation and connecting it to the core of the being, the Purusha. As Swami Vivekananda mentions, that it is each soul is potentially divine, and the goal is to manifest this divinity by controlling the power of nature, external and internal. Instead of calling Prakriti, Swamiji has called it as nature, the power of nature. External nature is body and internal nature is mind. So both of these are to be controlled, the hardware control and software control. Both these are to be controlled because they are controllable. When we learn to control that, then we become free. If they are controlling me, then I am bound. But if I am controlling them, there is freedom. So, therefore, why God is not bound by that if it is power of God? The God also should be bound by it. The Sri Ramakrishna gave a very nice analogy. No, God is free, and gives a fantastic, beautiful analogy. That look, snake, a poisonous snake has poison in its mouth all the time, but it doesn't kill the snake. But the snake bites somebody and that fellow is gone. So similarly, God has this power of Maya or niscience or whatever you may call it. The nature is always there, but is not bound by it. Our problem is that we do not attach ourselves to the truth, the central core of our being. When we do that, then we are not under the clutches of it, but we identify mistakenly to what? To the changing phenomena. I am this body. What does it mean, You are not this body. It is silly to think that you are body. It is what a lie we have been telling ourselves. You see, John, are you a body? Oh, I, I, you are not one. You may have one, you can take another one, just as sometimes you ride this bus or that bus. You can ride this body, that body, anything. It is freedom, you know. When you say that I have one, it's okay. You are in control. But if you are one, then that controls you. So, this is a big change that has to be brought about. The world is very small as we want it. It is one. What manifestations are coming out? Whatever we are bringing out, you know. It is, yeah, we want to fight. And so we create enemies, you know, because we have the spirit to fight. I must fight. And so I have to bring out enemies. And it is no fun to fight with very weak enemies. So the enemies also have to be made very strong, powerful, so that then there is some valor required to fight and defeat them. So I bring that out. I bring out, you know, so many painful situations so that I will be able to ride over those, and then I will look at those later and say, see, can you imagine? I came out of that such a terrible, painful situation, you know. You look at that with great glee. I did it. So, this is how one can do it, that attach yourself to the truth. Sri Ramakrishna used to give another analogy. The children, you know, they go round and round and round. Hold a pillar. There is a pillar in the center, and the children hold the pillar and go round and round and round around it. Run fast. As long as they are holding to the pillar, they don't fall down. The moment they let go the pillar, then because of that momentum of running, they just fall down. So this is the analogy that he gave, that hold on to this truth, that it is so this truth, let it be the pillar that we have to hold on to, the unchanging core of our being. In Kathopanishad, therefore, that core, that real being is called the smallest and the biggest. Anoraniyan mahato mahiyan. Anoraniyan means smaller than an atom. Mahato mahiyan. Bigger than the biggest that you can imagine. Atmasya jantur nihito guhayam. Very beautiful, very sublime words are there, difficult to exactly translate. That your true self, the Atman, is in this cave of consciousness. In that there is tamakratu pashyati vita shoko dhatu prasadad mahimanam atmanah. That true self, the Atman, one can reveal it, one can see it. How? Dhatu prasadad means stopping our running after the so-called external forms, thinking them to be real. They are not real. It is, we think that they are there real. And so, what? It is like, you know, Anindita standing in front of the mirror and then wants to get her hair fixed. So she takes a brush or a comb and starts doing it on the mirror. That is why we get frustrated. She would get frustrated if she thinks like that. Our trying to, you know, hold on to the things in the world are like that. But change the direction. Change the direction. Anindita takes the comb and puts it on hair here. And then it gets all right here, it gets all right in the mirror as well. So that is the trick to do it. Atmasya jantor nihito guhayam. This is the smallest than the smallest and the largest than the largest. That is in us. And there we can realize it by stopping our mad rush to grab the things in the outer world. The more we control it, then the more it manifests in us. So let us pray that may our attention be pivoted on that. Let us not seek any gratification of senses in the external world, because the source is within. You will be very happy, I can guarantee you. If you stop the run towards the external objects, you will see that happiness is in you. It is the source of happiness is here and we are running there. It is so naturally we become miserable. So if we change the direction, we are right there. So friends, let us strive in that direction. The more we strive in the light of the advice of the great sages, we will find it, as Jesus says, seek and you shall find it. Thank you, friends. So, next Sunday, that is the first Sunday of November, we have a guest lecture. The guest lecture is by Reverend Linda Forsberg, a wonderful speaker. She recently gave up her position as the pastor at the Lutheran Church because she has now a full-time job at University of Salve Regina, so she can't handle both. So she has spoken here many times, and so she will be speaking on. Actually, I suggested her this wonderful topic. I love that topic myself. Inspiring insights from Luke. So, from the Gospel of Luke, she will be speaking. So, you are welcome to join that. The regular Tuesday and Friday lectures at 7:30 p.m. They will go on as usual. Tuesday, the topic is Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, and Fridays, the topic is the what is the topic on Friday, Charlie? Srimad Bhagavatam, stories from Srimad Bhagavatam. So it is. So, and then there will be the retreat coming up, retreat on November 18th by Sarva Priyananda. The retreat is almost full. I am using the word almost. It may be full by this time. I didn't check how many have recently. I checked yesterday evening. So, and only 6 or 7 more spaces were remaining at that time. So we want to close it at 100 max. So already 91 are there. So if you want to join, please hurry up, hurry up. Naomi is there, you can register with her. So anyway, and that's about it. Let us close with the closing prayers, and that is why they are called closing prayers. So, and then there will be Arati after this, and then soup supper. You are requested to join all that. May the Divine, who is Father in heaven of the Christians, Holy One of the Jewish faith, Allah of the Muslims, Buddha of the Buddhists, Tao of the Taoists, great spirit of the Native Americans, Ahur Mazda of the Zoroastrians, and Brahman of the Hindus. Lead us from the unreal to the real, from darkness to light, from death to immortality. May the all-loving being manifest himself unto us and grant us abiding understanding and all-consuming divine love. Peace, peace, peace be unto all.
Worldly bondage and adored by all, we adore you too. Stainless Lord, assuming human form. Stainless Lord, assuming human form. Transcendent yet filled with love. You free us from the stain of sin and ornament our world. Consciousness is upon your eyes, always purified by knowledge. Your eyes always sightedness. You give love and even-sightedness to remove anguish here. Greetings to you, O Lord, beyond both speech and mind. Greetings to you, O Lord, beyond both speech and mind. Yet you are the basis of both. O Lord, yet you are the basis of both. Great light of all lights, blazing in the heart's gate. Great light of all lights, blazing in the heart's gate. Darkness is destroyed by your light. Oh Lord, darkness is destroyed by your light. Greetings to you, O Lord, beyond both speech and mind. Greetings to you, O Lord, beyond both speech and mind. Yet you are the basis of both. O Lord, yet you are the basis of both. Great light of all lights, blazing in the heart's gate. Great light of all lights, blazing in the heart's gate. Darkness is destroyed by your light. Oh Lord, darkness is destroyed by your light. These are all the sounds of Vedanta. These are all the sounds of Vedanta. Spiritual songs, devotees are singing for your worship divine. Spiritual songs, devotees are singing for your worship divine. Jaya, Jaya for your worship divine. Hara, Hara for your worship divine. Shiva, Shiva for your worship divine. Breaker of all the worldly bondage and adored by all, we adore you too. Jai Shri Guru Maharaj Ji ki Jai. Auspicious and blessed graciousness sublime, all noble ends you give to us, granting us refuge, all seeing glory. O Mother Divine, our love to you. Creation, preservation, dissolution are your powers, eternal one. Nature's real basis, nature's essence. O Mother Divine, our love to you. suffering, remove Goddess, O Mother Divine, our love to you. Victory, O Mother Divine, our love to you. Blessed Mother Divine, our love to you. Blessed Mother Divine, our love to you. Blessed Mother Divine, our love to you. Jai Shri Ram Krishna Dev Ki Jai. Jai Shri Sarda Devi Ki Jai. Jai Shri Swami Vivekananda Ki Jai. Jai Shri Buddha Dev Ki Jai. Jai Shri Jesus Christ Ki Jai.